everybody, Professor Raleigh here. I hope you're doing well. The purpose of this video is just to go over some of the specifics for the Design and Thrive project. Now that everybody, or I should say each group, has decided on the facility that they will design, again, that is geared towards student success. So I just want to start off clarifying a couple things. One thing your group should do now that you've decided on the facility is make sure you are all on the same page in terms of what it is and how it functions and what success is being defined as by your group. Okay, so what should the people, students particularly, who utilize that facility, what should they walk away with? Okay, and that what should they walk away with question should inform the activities or participation that they do when they're using that facility. Okay, so one, again, every single decision, big decision that your group makes in terms of designing and building the facility, that has to be based on research. It can't just be based on what you like, your opinion, what you think looks good, what you've heard, and such. It really does need to be based on research, and that's an issue of credibility. Just as in your problem solution essays or any research essay that you write, the arguments that you make in that essay really do need to be supported by research. And the same goes for this design facility. Okay, to reference Spark, just like Rady defends all of the reasons why exercise is a good tool for cognition, for academic success, for combating stress, depression, addiction, right? He references different studies, different science, his own experience with patients in order to support his argument. You're doing the same thing here. It's just that your argument is in the form of this facility that you're designing. Okay, so if you have any questions on why you need research or what types of research that you need, that is something that you need to ask me and make sure that we're on the same page about. It does need to be peer reviewed. So that means no .com, .org, .edu websites. You need to use the research databases that our college subscribes to. So things like EBSCOhost, Opposing Viewpoints, LexisNexis, even Gale Group. All of those are databases that include peer review research. Again, you just need to be sure that you specify that you want peer-reviewed results in your searching. Okay, and I provided in our problem solution module a way to make sure that you're generating peer-reviewed research if you're not sure about that, so definitely go back and review it. Okay, so we know all our decisions for the facility need to be informed by peer-reviewed research. Along those lines, the peer-reviewed research that you have been submitting to your research bank activities is fair game. That's why I had you do it. So while every single facility that each group has decided to pursue, maybe that facility or maybe that research from the research bank doesn't necessarily linearly align with your facility, but maybe some of it might. It might be worth a look. Okay, maybe your facility is about helping students manage their stress, okay, levels, whatever. And I saw quite a few of you actually uploaded the same article about like dog therapy and therapy dogs. So maybe part of your facility might have, like a once a week, field trip or whatever, or opportunity to bring in some therapy dogs or, playing with the animals that are in, foster care or certain facilities where they're waiting to be adopted. Maybe you're going to arrange for that facility to bring their dogs to the center so that students can have the opportunity to de-stress while playing with the dogs, right? So maybe that article might inform the type of program or activity that you offer in that facility. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So again, not all of the research that is in the research bank activities might apply to your facility, but it's worth a look as a starting place. And that's why I had you do it in a discussion forum so every single student, regardless of what group they're in, can access that research that you've all diligently found so far. Okay, so as you can guess, your research for your design facility needs to extend beyond the research bank activity, but it is a starting place. Okay, Spark is also a great resource for this design facility, right? You are designing a facility geared toward fostering student success. You need to decide what students that you are targeting, the demographic, the age, the type, whatever that may be. And perhaps the literature in Spark, the case studies, the arguments Rady makes, maybe that might apply and inform the decisions you make in your facility. So again, it's all fair game. Everything that we've done so far is working towards this end goal, this purpose, okay, of this design facility. So second, or I'm probably on point 4 now, but in terms of presenting your final design facility, you have a lot of options, and the presentation part is really up to you. What you will do, just to clarify, is you will actually be using your group spaces that I created for you, those mini Canvas shells, to upload your presentation, to input your materials for the presentation, to house them, whatever it may be. Okay, now one of you or a few of you are going to actually, need to make it clear to me that this is your presentation, whatever materials that follow. But again, it is your call. Okay, it just needs to be self-evident, as you would make self-evident any type of professional presentation. Okay, so this might include the presentation itself, might include a video, just like I'm making for you now. Maybe you and your group members get together and make a video presenting and discussing the facility that you've designed. Or if that's not possible to get together, maybe each of you upload your own video, okay, where you're talking about your part in the design process, or your team members, referencing your team members' contributions, whatever that may be. Perhaps you're writing sort of, or creating sort of like a pamphlet, even though obviously it might not look like a pamphlet when you upload it to Canvas, but maybe different explanations of what the facility will offer and do, sort of like an advertisement, but more an in-depth advertisement, since you need to explain how the decisions that you've made work, where they come from, okay? The presentation is really up to you. I'm not going to give you a whole lot of guidance in that, because that's the creative and problem-solving part of this project, is you and your group members need to figure out what it is that you want to do, and based on the facility that you've made, what presentation makes the most sense. Okay, and you have a lot of options. So that's what you want to do. And the actual presentation, or your submission of the presentation, is due by November 26th, which is a Monday, by 11:59. And so November 26th is after the Thanksgiving holiday. Okay, so that's the deal there. I think I want to cut the video now, so as I don't keep going and make it too long and make you forget what I said. So review it. Review the corresponding information in our course module, so that you and your group members are all on the same page. Okay, you will you will have another check-in activity where you and your group members need to report on your progress in the project, probably towards the end of this coming week. But ultimately, this is your homework assignment right now, is to be working on this together. So you need to dedicate the same amount of time that you would for other homework assignments, right? This is an important part of the class, and you will have a separate little rhetorical analysis that you do on the group process and working together process after the presentation is done. And this is really a separate announcement, just to keep this in the forefront of your mind. Everybody should still be working on their case study, where they're incorporating physical activity into your lives on a daily basis. Okay, at least 5 days per week. Review the directions. I'm not going to review them here, but that will be sort of our wrap it up final assignment for the class, if you can believe it, where you're submitting your case study results and then doing a rhetorical analysis on that. Okay, so just reminding you about that as well. So that's all I got for right now. As always, utilize office hours and emailing me if you have questions, okay? I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.